And we are live!
Perfect.
Welcome back to Reads Readers with your host, Kalyant. And for the live show. Now we are just waiting on Drew to get here. So, let me message him real fast.
Yep.
I'm gonna do this. Oh, that's a blurry photo. We are live. Where be you?
This happens sometimes. I'll eventually show up.
I mean, we've had guests almost to the second.
hmm
I've noticed
To
he
be
sees
fair,
snaps faster. Wonder if he fell
to
asleep.
be to be fair, I forgot that we had the live show today until we started talking about the live show yesterday, and then
Ah,
I was like, "Oh crap, I thought it was Sunday." Oh fuck. So then I'm
no.
rushing to try to read the book.
I mean, everybody, like, even my roommate was like, it's today? I thought it was tomorrow. It's like,
I
no, I
think
have it on the calendar on a Saturday. That's the only reason why I remembered.
it's because we flip. And the thing is, I had the thing in my phone too to remind me, but it didn't remind me that we had it today. Normally,
Misty. Unfortunately, I have not finished this one. I've only gotten this through chapter 15. We were just discussing this, Misty, darling. I am only on chapter 31. She is on chapter 55.
55. Will it actually? Ooh, no. Oh, no. It's not gonna.
And
It's
will I
not gonna.
finish this, Misty? No, I will not. Will Hope finish it? Yes, because she's a lot further along than I am.
At this point, it's easier to finish it and be able to count it towards my goal than it's to DNF it and just half count in my brain.
I'm over 100 pages, so I'm allowed to DNF. That's a new rule for me.
Wow, fair enough.
And I get 50 cents. This year, every book I read, I get $1.
Ooh, that's.
That I'm putting in my
I
little
should do
box
that.
up there.
Ooh.
So, what the hell was that? I just saw a flash, and nothing over here has a flash.
Well, I don't know.
That was weird. Okay.
Well, let's just kind of start the discussion, and then when Drew pops in, he can kind of say his thoughts. How about that? We kind of just go through like we normally do and just answer the questions to their best ability,
I guess.
maybe?
Misty says, I was wondering if y'all enjoyed it. I'm having a hard time with the female main character. So am I. So I looked it up about the author because I wanted to know, is the author queer? Is the author a trans woman? The author is a trans woman.
Okay,
And then
that's what I was trying to look up and I couldn't
I
figure that
googled
out.
and I found her website where she decided to write this series as a trans woman to write trans women getting their hockey baddies because you never see that ever happen.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the issue I'm having with the book is the trans woman. Doesn't feel like a trans woman to me.
I kind of agree. It's almost like yes, it's not the main focus of the book, obviously, but then it simultaneously is like she's making it being kind of almost like, woe is me, I don't deserve happiness because of the fact that she's trans. And so she almost later in the books tries to, what's the word? Self-sabotage stuff.
So we forgot to do this. So I'm gonna let Hope introduce herself. And what star are you leaning towards when you finish it?
Well, I'm Hope from It's Hope's Books. I don't post content anymore, really, but channel's still there and still exists. Uh, and I'm thinking like a three. Like it's not the worst book I've ever read. It's not the best. It's just kind of like run of the line. I obviously liked it enough to get to this point, but probably going to be one in like 3 months. I'm like, oh yeah, I read that, which aligns with like my 3 stars, I'd say.
If I was to rate this, like if I was to finish, I am leaning anywhere from a 1.5 to a 2. So I'm like, is it even worth it?
Yeah.
I have issues with the writing.
Yes, I have
Um,
issues with the fucking
Missy says the issue she's having is her attitude and how she's being mean to Brant for no reason. If I can manage to finish it, I don't see myself giving it higher than a 3. I even said earlier to both Hope and Drew, whenever Drew decides to show up
writing. I know, I'm like,
or answer messages,
where even is my phone? Oh,
he answered a message earlier,
yeah.
like not that long ago. I'm gonna tag him in the other group chat that I'm in with him. Boy, I will call you out. Don't think I won't, little bro.
Mm,
But I told them earlier I don't see it getting higher than a 2.5, period.
yeah. I
And my
think,
my goal also for this year was I wasn't allowed to DNF any book club books, especially Ball.
but you're just from what I've heard you say and what you've said about the book in the book club chat, it's like you're not enjoying it. And
I and this sucks is I chose it.
yes, and I was looking so much towards this, but also I hate to say it, my brain kept on thinking of another other series, other books too. Because my brain for this book, I don't know why, immediately every single scene, I'm just comparing it to Fucking Around because it's such a similar, it's literally that, but like not
Ugh,
as good.
girl,
But
agreed,
we're
agreed,
gonna be honest.
agreed. I get what you were saying about her not feeling trans. If I didn't know about that going into it, I wouldn't have known that she was trans. The first time it was mentioned was on page 22, and it
Which I
was
mean,
which is because another character, because of the 15-year-old girl who's trans, went, "Oh, so you being trans and in a place for orphaned LGBT kids, you dare to assume the gender of our dog?" And I was
mhm.
like, "Oh
I
God,
literally was like,
we're gonna go that route." Okay,
yeah, I literally was like, oh God, yeah, I forgot about that fact. Like, I literally forgot that this book was a book featuring like her, like of Lily being trans. Be like until freaking that point, I was like, oh yeah.
which is
And the thing
beautiful.
is, it's yes,
I love that, but at the same time, I don't love
but
that.
it's the way that it was said like that. And then also, it's like, yes, like I feel like Lily still has a lot of that like internal transphobia that she's working through, and then she's taking it out on Brant because he's the only person, like one of the few people around her that knows and that is supportive. Like when he finds out, he literally like is just kind of like, okay, let's just continue the conversation the way it was going, which I appreciate, but it's
Which
also like,
tells me
hold on.
he had an idea. I don't know if he knew she was trans, but he had the idea that she was queer in some way, shape, or form. because
Mhm.
she took him to the queer orphanage, like the queer organization and stuff.
Yes.
Another thing that I don't really appreciate, there was a line that kind of took me out of the story where M, her best friend, who's also trans,
Think
made
I
the
know what one you're
comment
talking about.
about you bought your vagina, kind of saying might as well use
Might as
it.
well use it.
And in my head, and that was shortly after that, she made a comment to herself about how her dad never got to see her truly happy. I have so many friends that are trans that have not gone through complete surgeries because they can't afford it.
Mhm.
That's not available and easy to do for people. So for them to make it seem like it was such an easy thing and so blasé about it
Yes.
kind of
I'm
upset
not
me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've gotten to this point because honestly, I don't remember what happens at what like where you left off
I
at.
am right at the point where spoilers, and Missy, I know you probably don't care about spoilers or you wouldn't be here. Um, where she hurt her ankle and he just dragged her to his house.
Okay, so this part that I'm going to talk about, I'm pretty sure it comes afterwards, but obviously I'm assuming you're okay with spoilers.
That's fine.
Is at least one thing that about that comment that it is brought up a bit later that makes it a not better that it's said, but at least it kind of elaborates a little bit more into Lily getting like surgery is that like it took her years to save up. And then like it was a thing that her partner at the time, Tyler, was very much like almost pressuring her into doing, and but she ultimately kind of was like she went into debt for that because she wanted it, but also she did unfortunately
Okay. It
it
is what I
kind
thought
of
it was.
it did kind of seem like yes, she wanted it for herself, but she did kind of almost rush into it because he seemed maybe like, oh, maybe he'll love me more if I do it.
See, that was what I was afraid of because
So
she
I'm
made
like,
the comment earlier on about being in debt because of Tyler, and I
because
was like,
yes, and it was also that she then did that and then gave him money for his fucking and I hate that the fucking ex does show up
you know,
in like thankfully it's only like one chapter, but at least
you
she's
know.
very much like the ex is very much hinting to Brant like, oh, until you actually know the truth, and he's like, oh yeah, the fact that she's trans, oh yeah, whatever. I already know about that. Like, so at least I like that scene where it's like Brant's actually standing up for Lily.
See, I like Brant as a character.
I like him. Like he is
Okay,
so
we're on
sweet. He is that
characters. I just
like that
switched the question.
yeah, but Brant is just such that golden retriever. Like he's the golden retriever, but he also is a little pushy. He kind of very much pushes Lily and Chloe to join his family for Christmas later in the book. And keep in mind this is before him and Lily are even dating, and I'm also like, "Oh, you're really gonna invite this 15-year-old girl to a different fucking country and you've only known this girl for a couple months. Like how is that being allowed approved by anybody? Like how is that like
It's because he's a
it's
celebrity.
yeah, but it's I'm like that literally I was like it's not even the fact that it's like you've met both of these people like not a couple months ago, one of which is a child, and you're having them come to a different country to spend Christmas with your family. Thankfully, all goes well, but I was just like, that was the part where it's like, it just kind of kept on going downhill from that point.
I feel like there are so many things said in this book that it doesn't sound like authentic.
Hmm.
The way it's written, some of the conversations are very clunky. it
Like
kind
there's
of
those
it has that feel of I did this. I went here. This
there's
is
a
what
whole
I
scene.
said.
There is a whole scene about, or I think it's around like the 60% mark, maybe roughly, where Brant gets injured on the ice, and it's to do with his knee that he just got like recovered and all that. And then it just jumps to like a week later, he's clearly fine. Like, and I'm like, I was like, hold the phone. We didn't even get to like it was literally ended off of him being transferred. Like he's gonna be transferred to the hospital for MRIs and X-rays just to make sure nothing's actually like broken or needs surgery. And then it's literally like I think it's like 10 days later we jump in and he's going to Christmas. It's like the I was like I literally had to be like, am I did I skip a chapter?
That's kind of like at the beginning where he ran out of the house and then we had that whole chapter and then we go immediately back to the beginning of him running out. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm lost.
Yeah.
I
It's
literally
very
had to
much
go
like
back and like reread things because I was like, I'm
yeah.
confused.
And the thing is about that scene where he gets injured, I didn't even realize he got injured until halfway through this, like he was already injured, and then I had to go back and go, wait, what? Why do we need an X-ray or an MRI?
And I agree
I'm like,
with
oh,
Misty.
you're neat.
I wish there was an audiobook.
Mhm. Like
Sorry
I
to
don't
interrupt.
like I no. I'm just my brain is just like all over the place with the thoughts of this book because it's like there's like the good, cute little moments that I'm like, oh, I like, but then there's other ones where it's like, ugh,
I don't know if there's enough cute moments. Like, I knew this had a lower
I
rating on Goodreads.
I don't think there's enough cute moments that you would like to continue.
Like,
I want to say,
it's the writing, and it's the writing that's pissing me off.
yeah.
I read for an hour and a half, and I only went up 10% into the book. What is that?
Mm-hmm. Like, there's also so many cringy scenes. Like, one scene that is so cringy is it's the first where they're like attempting to have like they're oh we're finally gonna like get together, have sex, all that. She comes over. He's just wearing an apron after cooking. And it's like that entire dialogue of that scene and just the way that scene was done was just so like it was so cringe. Just I can't even remember what they were saying, but it was just all like food related like jokes that were also like sexual and I just hated it.
I I don't I don't. Lord have mercy.
Like
The,
and also the fucking mom gets fucking brought up and the mom shows up.
no, 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 no. Nope.
Yeah, that was at the point that I think I was like, "Oh, I'm just get I think I read finished that chapter, read a couple more chapters, and I was like, yeah, I'm done for the day. I can't read any more of this because it was so bullshit and that entire thing wasn't necessary. Like Lily was making so much improvements and then gets a text from her mom after what, 15 years or something like that. And it's
Yeah,
just
she was.
the mom ends up just showing up at the house and just fucking like misgendering her and just saying like stupid shit and then just leaves. Why the fuck do we need that?
Okay, yeah, you just said the one thing that would piss me off to DNF anyways. You said
Mm-hmm.
the word misgenders.
Mm-hmm. Purposely misgenders
Purposely
getting.
misgendering. I hate that in a book with trans people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And thankfully after that situation, Lily's like, yeah, I was fucking like, uh, yes, it sounds like the author was trying to tackle a lot of things and didn't execute it very well. Yes, 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 yes. Was trying to have every topic, every trope, and it just It
It
was
just,
too much for
I
one
also
book. This
felt like something got edited out. Like maybe this book was a lot longer and they had to take out chapters
hmm
because it just feels like, because how clunky they go from scene to scene, there's
like there's
no
also
transition.
yeah, and there's also like one thing that it just pissed me off that Lily kept on thinking is like, oh, if the team finds out that like Grant and I are a thing, or even that we like each other, I'm gonna immediately get fired. The team's not gonna support it, whatever. The team, like the players themselves, end up literally like pretty much admitting to Brant, like, we know you guys are together, so just fucking be together while you're around us so you can do it in public, kind of. And Lily's still very much like she's so worried about losing her job, even though it's like in reality you're not gonna lose, like, you're not gonna completely, like, it's not gonna ruin your career for absolutely forever.
See, okay, I can understand from a queer perspective of, oh my God, if none of the players, if all the players were straight, all the people working there were straight, I could understand, oh, I'm trans. Oh, they're going to find out I'm trans. And then I'm not going to be able to work in this field because this is a
Yeah,
macho field. And even as a woman, it's already hard to be in this field. But you have Poppy, who's
exactly.
married.
Exactly. As soon as I heard that, I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." Like, and the thing is, the team support, like the team also in reality, how the fuck is the team gonna find out about the fact that she's trans
She's
unless she tells them?
obviously passing.
Exactly. She's obviously passing like it like it
But I also, that's also the other side note of the whole trans identity part, that you have to be passing to be happy as a trans individual. Okay, I'm going to relate this book to another book that kind of made me icky at the same time. The Pairing by Casey McQueston,
she's in question.
where I was disgusted by the bisexual representation of everybody they meet in Europe just happens to be bi and wants to fuck both of them. This is kind of the feeling of, oh, you have to be this type of a trans person to be liked.
hmm
And that is not a good representation for the trans community. And I think that is what I kept getting irritated with her character, and it kept putting me off more and more of the book.
hmm
And I'm glad we have a representation like this of a trans woman with a hockey player.
Like
That's awesome. I knew
that
it
part has been portrayed well.
I knew it had a lower rating on Goodreads, but I knew this was a book that I thought we needed to discuss. This is a representation that never gets represented. But from here on out, I am not allowed to pick the January book. We have made that
Yes, we've
official.
established that.
You and Drew are going to pick it, or I'm going to have y'all pick a couple of books each, and we're going to poll the audience and have and it be on everybody else to pick
Yes,
January's
besides
pick.
you. Yes, because it's like this book, there's so much potential for this book. I see the potential in it. And I was reading through some people's reviews, and I can understand why those people liked it. But then I'm reading like some of the more negative reviews, and I'm like, I can see both perspectives. So like I don't want to ever to just have a blanket statement of like this is a bad book with bad representation because that's not true. It's very much a it is a book that is meant for certain people to read and enjoy, and we're not the target people, I guess, to enjoy it.
And I agree with Misty. I was like, I love you, Misty. I was hoping that y'all would have convinced me to keep reading this, but now I'm not so sure I want to. I really don't want to have my first DNF in January, but it might need to be. If it helps you, this is my third DNF this month. Second book club book, and also second queer book I've DNF'd this month.
Oof.
Um, and also the other DNF when I said book club book is not Fiction Falls. I did not have a repeat of last year, where both I hated. I read a V.E. Schwab and loved it.
Perfect.
The DNF I did for a book club was my in-person book club, which I'm glad I did because with this weather, anyways, I wouldn't have been able to walk there yesterday, anyways. But I don't do nonfiction, and I'm super. When I do nonfiction, it's super picky.
Hmm.
So just want to clarify, it was not Fiction Falls or any of our book clubs that go around that got DNF'd.
Like, this book is just one of those where it's like, I don't even know what to say about it. So
and
how about let's
also
just move on? Ooh,
and also to Olivia Lynd, if you ever see this, because I know we've had authors in the past randomly come across our live and freak us the fuck out. Um, what's her name?
Um,
The Roland Rogers Samantha Allen.
um,
Is that right?
yes,
Okay.
I think so.
Her randomly
That
messaging
sounds
and
right.
saying that I like the fact that you guys are talking about my book. I'm We're not dogging on your book. We're not hating. It didn't
No.
work for us.
And that's why we want, like, that's why I kind of did that clarification of it's like, it's a thing. It's like, I'm enjoying this book, but I'm also not. And it's genuinely a book that it's frustrating me that I'm not either liking it or hating it. I'm just in the exact middle.
Misty. Okay, that's good. I was like, oh no, he didn't like Darker Shade of Magic. Nope, we're good. We're good
I
on that.
love Darker Shade of Magic. I need to reread that series.
It's my first time reading it. And I'm reading it with Fiction Falls. We're doing the full series. And we're doing the spinoff.
Okay, I might join for the spinoff because I haven't read the spinoff.
And it may or may not turn into the four of us that are reading all of these. Might or might not turn into reading all of Victoria Schwab's backlist.
Eh,
Because we're all very intrigued. Like each of us have only read a few things by her. Now we're all like, I kind of want to read a lot more of her work.
um,
I mean, that live show is next Saturday, just so you know, Misty. Which, matter of fact, Darker Shade of Magic, they are currently talking in the group chat.
but
Okay. The
let's move to the next question.
My co-hosts. Is this even worth talking about a fave scene and a least fave scene? I don't. Eh.
Sure.
I like when she fell and hurt her ankle that everybody ran up to them and competition's over. Competition's over. Why is the competition over because of one girl?
Yeah, I I want to say my favorite scene.
Oh, favorite scene
I don't know.
is not a scene. When your ex's nickname is in the book, but it's the name of a dog, you can't stop laughing. My ex-husband's name is a dog in this book.
That
That feels very cathartic that the dog's name is Silver.
I didn't even like that.
I put down the book
Oh
at
my
first and I was like,
God.
I can't get away from him, can I? And then I started laughing because it dawned on me, oh, he's a dog in this.
Dog?
Oh my God, He's a dog.
He's uh,
My least favorite has been her being so mean and judgmental. Agreed.
yeah, my least favorite scene is probably the scene with the mom. Or there's a situation where I don't remember where this is in the book, but Chloe goes back to her parents' house and tries to like they seem to be like yeah,
No, the
my I
minute
think
she
my
read the texts or said what the text said, I went, nope, 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 that's not going to go over well with Chloe.
yep,
Mom
yep,
said
yep.
back to normal.
And my favorite scene I think has to be it's the scene where Brant and Lily are literally about to screw and they get a phone call from Chloe and they drive 3 hours to pick her up
Aw.
and the whole drive back Lily and Chloe are just cuddling in the back seat with Silver. Just I don't know why. It's like a favorite scene in the sense of like in that moment you could tell that it's like Lily and Brant would do anything to protect Chloe, and I loved that.
Mhm,
I think Lily's to the point that she at the point where I'm in the book is literally like pretty much like how can I get her to live with me to be her caretaker?
mhm. Which sometimes, which I
Because
will say that's really needed. That is a
yes.
representation of our community that is really well.
Hmm.
That harkens back to the ballroom scene. Okay, as the queer expert here, who actually dives into a lot of queer histories, the ballroom scene back in the day, which was for people or queers of color, trans people of color, and things like that, they have what is called houses. And a lot of house mothers who happen to be women of color who are trans, if they see someone that is younger than them that's trans, they flock and they protect. They're like, nah, 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 you're not going to hurt my baby. Back off.
Yeah. Which
And that is
I
something that we need more representation in books.
yeah, which I love that. Like that is my favorite part of this book is I have to say like Lily and Chloe and just their bonding because you need that. You need that like for Chloe, it's like she needs that person that can understand and help and like protect.
I
So
will
I'd say
say,
that's my favorite scene.
I'm kind of upset that I'm not enjoying this because I'm really interested in book two. After
I'm
knowing who,
probably gonna read book two.
because it's Emery and Caden
I'm probably gonna read book two at some point
with
just
fake
because I like
dating.
I yeah. Mhm.
My issue
I
also is, why is this book so long?
this book could have been needed to be 350 pages. If this book would have been 350 pages, I probably would have loved it. But the fact that it's 400 and what 450 something
444,
like that for
according to
so
Goodreads.
yeah. Yeah, according to my Kindle,
Okay, I'm skipping over some of
it'll
these questions because we haven't really finished it, so we don't really have quotes or things that shock us.
Oh yeah, and we're just getting to the point. The chapter I just read is that they freaking traded the other goalie for one of the goalies on the Denver team, so the rival team. And I'm like, why the fuck are we doing this? I
Why are
just
we getting rid of Milo?
yeah, exactly. Why I couldn't think of the
I
name
like
his name for a second,
Milo.
but it's like, yeah, why? Yeah, why? Yeah, he's had done a he has a cocky attitude, but like, whatever.
He's a hockey player.
He's exactly
What
why,
hockey
why,
player
why,
doesn't?
why, 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 why?
And I'm pretty sure we've discussed this in length. The writing style feels very mediocre.
Mediocre and a little bit choppy.
And yes.
But if you like a simple, simplistic writing style. It is simplistic.
And
So if you like that, you might like this, but if you don't like just simple writing,
okay, I'm
not for you.
probably gonna get a lot of hate when I say this. You know the TikTok girlies that are all over and it's just what's popular and they're reading that and sometimes what's popular they shouldn't be reading because it's like not the best. This felt like one of the books that would fit in their
And
category.
yes, yes.
So,
Again, that's not a bad thing. If you like that, you like that. It's just not. It used to be what I'd like. I was one of those girlies that was like, give me the simplest writing, give me anything I can devour in like a day. And now I'm like, I want to enjoy it. I want to have a little bit more sustenance.
same.
Don't get me wrong, every once in a while I like something simple, but this was too simple.
Yes, it feels like it's dragging on and it's made even worse because I'm having to eyeball read it. Agreed. And ebook from KU says it's 444.
Mhm. Mine
Um,
says 434, but I'll probably do the 444, what Goodreads says.
I hate to say this. This, I think, is the worst book we have done for Ba to date.
Yeah. Because I feel like every other book, there was at least one of us that was like, oh, it's like maybe like a four. And it's like, I mean, Drew's not here, but even he was saying in the chat that he was meh with it. So I think the highest will be probably like the 3 star
This
that
is
I'm
worse
planning
than
on giving it.
Sammy Espinoza.
Yeah, because I at least kind of like that, and I think I give it a 4 star. Oh,
Sorry, that came out of nowhere. I felt it. I was like, mic off. And when I sneezed, my entire side popped. And I went, ow.
I've been there. I've been
Okay.
there.
Excuse me.
What was I saying
Oh, I'm
before? I don't
sorry,
even know.
Misty. This is the first one I'm reading
Oh,
with y'all. Oh,
I promise you, usually they're better. At least one of us enjoys the book.
February has an audiobook. And Nikki is joining us in February.
Yes, I'm hoping I better enjoy February's better because
And I will also say I'm a little worried now for March's because I've seen the rating on Goodreads drop
oh
for the Hayden Stone book.
yes, I was like, which one is it? And as soon as you said that, what is it
The
now?
To me, I feel like it's a YA red, white, and royal blue, but
I'm just now seeing what the.
so that has me a little worried. But
I mean, oh yeah, that did drop quite a bit. Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
but
That's all we can do.
it's still better than Home Ice, right?
I think so.
No. Did Home
Oh,
Ice go up?
did it? Did it? What is it at? How?
It's at a 3.98.
Oh, oh gosh.
Excuse me,
I hope the rest of the books are good.
when I looked at it last, it was like a 3.16. Did we get people to read it and they absolutely loved it?
Maybe.
Good
I
for
mean, if
them.
you loved it, yeah. Like
Yay!
when I read like reading like some people's like 4 or 5 star reviews, I'm like, okay, yeah, that I can see how somebody would have that opinion. So, good for them.
But hey, we're all in agreement with this book. Okay, so we've talked
Unfortunately.
about writing style. Did the book remind you of any others, which I think we've already discussed?
Just yeah, very much is Pucking Around by Emily Rath.
The Pairing by Casey McQueston.
Twist. Yeah. It's like there's a positive and a negative one.
Would you reread? No, because I'm not finishing it.
Because I will be able to finish it. Which is sad because I was really hoping that this could be like a new favorite. I'd love it. Like
Yes, it's hockey.
I love that I'm not even liking the hockey bits.
This is our second hockey book for the book club. Do you realize that? We started this book club with a hockey book.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, literally. I'm staring at it right now.
is Top Secret hockey or is it a different sport?
I think it's
Is it
a
baseball?
different sport. Maybe. Or maybe it's not even a sport. It's a sport at all. I don't know.
No, I think one of them plays a
I don't know.
sport.
We read that like a year ago. How am I supposed to remember anything I read a year ago?
That's the only other one that could be.
It is football.
Football. Okay. Then
It
never
looks
mind.
like because the one character in the photo is in the cover is holding a football.
Okay, so football. Um, Past that, we haven't read any hockey books. That's why I was like, I saw a hockey trans and went, nope, nope, don't need to know
Yeah,
any more. This is our book.
that's literally all I knew going in is that it was a hockey player and a trans woman. I didn't even know what she did for work. I didn't know like that she worked with anything like that. Like I went in knowing nothing.
And I didn't get, and I got it even more now, more of pucking around because she's a trainer, she's a physical therapist.
Therapist. They're pretty the yeah. Mm-hmm. And he's a goalie. A certain
Oh,
somebody in Pucking Around's a goalie who has an injury that the female character has to help with.
oh, this really is almost a cut and paste. Wow, the more we think about it.
I'm now like, I just want to reread Fucking Around now that I've read this book.
I mean, pucking around's no longer my favorite in that series. Pucking strong is, but
I haven't read I haven't read it yet.
it it was in my top 5 faves of last year.
Yeah, I still need to read the newest one of that.
So good. It's very slow burn.
Yeah,
Very
I'm
slow burn.
excited.
Emily Rath doing a slow burn was weird,
Ew.
but it's such
Yeah,
a good payoff though
that's good.
because
That is one of the books.
it's also demisexuality,
Ooh,
and it's one of the few books that I've ever read that is truly demi.
that is one of the books that is on my like, I am going to get to it this year.
And I need the next one because I think the next one's supposed to be the FFM,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and then
I'm
we get
excited for that one.
FF
Yeah,
afterwards. I think those are the last two.
I think so.
But we're also supposed to be getting another Pucking short story collection at some point,
Yeah.
she said. But we're also getting a dark romance from her this year.
I'm so excited for that because I've been falling off a dark romance. Like I think the last time I read a dark romance was like beginning of 2024.
Listen,
So I need it. It's been
and I
2 years since I've read a dark romance.
and I follow her when she goes live, and she has read excerpts from it. It's a guy that gets possessed by a wraith, another guy and a girl. Listen, so it's the wraith, the guy, and the girl in a relationship. Ugh, give it to me now.
I love that. I will be reading that probably as soon as it comes out.
And she got asked she has done if she's in talks for a television show. She said multiple people have brought up to her about doing Pucking Around as a TV show, but the last one to talk about it, she told him to go to hell
Oh,
because he wanted to do 3 separate seasons and her date a different guy in each season, and at the end of the third one to decide if which of the guys she'd end up with.
that's a
That
whole different fucking story.
exactly. So she said that she wants to talk to people like Jacob Tierney and
Mm.
figure out how he went about what he went about and see if he can possibly help her with ideas on how to do her book justice because she understands she can't do the entirety of the book
Yeah.
because the book is too long,
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's like a 6 episode series like Heated
Yeah.
Rivalry was, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with.
I love it. I need to actually now read the fucking books.
I start book 1 on Monday. I am reading with Corinne and Jasmine. I own all the books. We're reading 1 a month. And if it goes well, at least me and Corinne are reading Rachel Reed's other books as well. Because she only has 2 outside of this, and they're both hockey romances as well.
Oh, lovely.
And one's a holiday hockey romance. One's like a Christmas hockey romance. And I'm like, I blame you,
Ah,
Hope. I blame you. You got me
I
into
did
hockey
nothing. I
romances.
did nothing. I did nothing.
You got me. Well, I read him first, but you got me into Pucking Around, and then we
See, it
chose
was,
the new guy.
yeah, because it's you read him and then you recommended it to me. I then read it. I read that entire series in literally like 2 days.
Yes,
And then
just
I
like I
just
did.
started reading other hockey romances and then actually started watching hockey. And then I
And
read Pucking Around. And then I was like, you would love this. And then I think around that time, I was also, when I was still writing, I was writing my own hockey
yes,
romance. I
and then
never finished it. I still have ideas. I just can't word anything.
and then we chose the new guy by
Because
Serena
guy,
Bowen, which
and
book
then you're
4
kind of,
is coming out this year.
I have only still read the first one,
I have read them all.
and I loved it.
I have the third
But
one signed from her.
ooh,
Oh no, I want it signed from Tijan
hmm,
because I still need to read Tijan's book wherever it's placed. My shelves don't make sense right now.
same.
But yay, Misty, yay! The show is so good. Jasmine's joining us reading it because she has FOMO, but she wants to read the books that she needs to read before watching the show.
Ah.
I went into the show blind as a bat.
I went into the show knowing that it was hockey gay.
Same. I am now obsessed with Hudson and Connor.
Yes, I literally there was one time for I think it was like 3 days straight, all my TikTok was videos of them.
Same.
And I was just like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna complain.
And I get that, Misty. I was
Mhm.
actually going to read the books before the show, but then I went, no, I just want to watch the show, enjoy some. I will say the show is what's got me back to reading my MM romances.
That
When I started the show, I read, what was it? Because last month I finished 7 MM romances. 5 of them I read because Heated Rivalry like kicked it in gear because I read Pucking Strong after I watched the first 2 episodes because I wanted hockey romance. And then I finished my CS Poe series that I was in, and I just went bam, 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 bam through it. And I'm like,
Oh,
thank
fair enough.
you.
I literally watched the series the entire because I had four days off for Christmas from work. I literally just watched like
You didn't. Oh, you didn't watch it as it aired. The
no,
waiting.
I
The
watched
waiting.
I watched I because I want to say I watched it like literally I think I started it did I start it Christmas Day or something? I think I might have literally started it Christmas Day.
You didn't have to wait a whole week after the whole. I'm coming to the
Or it
cottage.
might have been like the weekend before Christmas. I watched the first couple episodes and then it was like Christmas I roughly watched the rest, maybe like Christmas Boxing Day. I don't know. I don't fully remember. That was a blur.
Also, back to questions. Real fast. Would you read another book by this author? Probably not.
I I I might read book two just because I'm curious to see if that storyline will be better and maybe the writing could be a bit better.
The only thing I have with that storyline is Emery's the one who had the conversation with her on the phone
Yeah,
about her having certain parts and stuff and that making her fulfilled. Kind of like
yeah.
attitude. And I'm like, uh-huh.
Yeah. It's very much I definitely would read it like down the line if I did. Like I think I will add this series since it is technically a series to my spreadsheet of series. And but it's like if I don't read that by like the end of the year, I probably won't read it, but
Mhm.
I'll give myself like a year to read it before I say yes or no.
I never say never.
Mhm.
Because who knows, Olivia might come out with the book later on and be like the best thing ever and new favorite.
Exactly.
Would we recommend this book to others if you want simple writing and it's your introduction to hockey romances and trans books?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would recommend it for that, but that's what I'll go with. Because I think I would recommend, if we're gonna want introduction to trans, I'm gonna give you Cemetery Boys and Felix Ever
Yes.
After, but and
Yes.
maybe The Prospects.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
didn't
into
finish that,
if you're
so
if you're into baseball
I
and
was
you're
not into
into
baseball. That's why I DNF'd them.
if you're into baseball stats. um any lingering questions or thoughts on the book?
I feel like I discussed all my thoughts and everything. If I just keep talking, I'm just gonna keep on getting mad at things.
I'm just gonna skip over the Felix question.
Yeah.
Was anyone a hoe? Olivia Lynd?
Okay, the ex, the freaking Lily's ex was a hoe.
Sorry. I had to say it. Okay, back. I don't talk bad about authors. We don't talk bad about authors. I'm sorry, that was a joke.
Yes, yes. That's why I'm like, Tyler's a hoe, because literally he's a fucking piece of shit.
Lily's a hoe, because how she treats Brant.
Yeah. She has hoish moments.
Okay, I'm scared for this question.
Like, yes, but no, but yes, but no.
Exactly. My brain is like, yes, because I'm
Okay,
glad we
there
have
is a
it.
there is a good representation of kind of a mentor-mentee queer
Yes.
dynamic. That was done so beautifully. Like that
And
is the
the
one part that I love.
and said character has two mentors because you've also got Michael,
Mhm.
who's a person of color and queer. I'd say if our taste in books is similar, then probably stay away. But if it sounds like something they would like, then I do recommend at least giving it a try. Agreed.
Yes, that is a good way to put that.
And give yourself some time to read it because it does read kind of slow.
Do see if I would have, because I started this book like earlier this week thinking, oh, I'll read a couple of chapters here and there while at work. But that did not give me enough time because of how fucking long the book was that starting last night. I think I read like 2.5 hours last night. And then I think I read like maybe like 2.5 hours today.
I started it
And I still
Sunday.
wasn't done.
I started it Sunday and didn't pick it up again until yesterday. I'm kind of I was kind of pulled in by this. This is book 2 to I Hunt Killers, and it's pretty much Dexter but YA.
I have not seen Dexter.
His father's a serial killer, so now he's a natural born like profiler. It kind of is like The
Oh, okay.
Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And his dad is now broken out of jail, and now he's trying to hunt his father and kill him. And I have oh, okay, that's Bailey outside. I was hearing like
Oh, kind of like scratching.
at the door, and I'm like, what's going on? Bailey scratching herself.
Mm.
But so I'm like, I started this yesterday at work, and I'm instead of working.
Fun.
The beauty of working from home. But
I wish I would have been able to read the last 2 days at work. It was so fucking boring at work the last 2 days.
and the final reading section doesn't work because none of us is
Yeah,
finished.
yeah.
Final rating is a 0 because I will not be rating it.
Final rating will be whatever the hell I decide to do in my spreadsheet once I actually finish the book.
I'm thinking
Probably
about
is.
marking it as read, and then in the description, just I DNF'd at this.
Yeah. That's usually what I do is I will technically count the book as read because I attempted it, especially if I'm over like 100 pages.
Well, that I think is going to be our wrap up of this discussion, guys. I hope you guys
Mhm.
join us next month where we will be reading Where There's Smoke by Erica Alexander. Um, I think I might still try to push through, but I'll let y'all know over on Instagram. If you do, let us know. If you DNF, let us know.
Yes.
But I hope y'all guys join us in February for that. It is POC Sapphic, where both of them are POC, and it is a firefighter, a legacy firefighter, mind you, and a
Oh,
baker. And they're both
I'm excited.
curvy girls.
I'm excited.
And it's small
I'm
town.
very excited. I'm very excited for that one.
So I'm like, it better be good or I am not going to be happy. Because there
I
are,
was gonna say, if magically for a couple months here, if we have bad book taste, we might be redoing the rest of the year because Clint picked every single book pretty much and just went, "Hey, does this list look good?" And we're like, "Uh-huh." So what? Fingers crossed,
hey,
it's good.
you, you flipped a couple of them.
I did, but you
You and
also
Drew.
were like, here's options.
because I was trying to do based on identity. So I was like, also, we are gonna let y'all know in this live show we are not doing any readathons this year. I know last year we did Mel Mel March, we did Sapphic September, and we did non-binary November. No, we would love to be able to bring them back. We might bring back Sapphic September, and we might bring back non-binary November later in the year, depending on how we feel. But at this present time, at least Mel Mel March is a no go.
Yeah, none of us are really in the right, like, place in our lives or place mentally to be able to commit to something that big and stick to it.
As someone who just recently got out of a Mel Mel relationship, I'm just getting my love back of MMs. I want to be able to pick up what I want to pick up, and I don't want to make the board and it only be books that I want to read on their prompts to make it where I can read everything I want to read. But then I would feel like I don't want to read them because I feel like I'm being forced to read them.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I could make the board and kind of go with it, but I'm like, I know that with work, personal life, mental health, all of that, that I do not have the ability to commit to that and fully commit to it.
Yeah.
So,
Drew still hasn't seen the messages.
did he like fall asleep or something, maybe?
I don't know. I know earlier he was watching NCIS and eating, so I don't know. He had sent me a snap of
Just
him watching NCIS and eating Chinese food.
maybe just went into right into a food coma. Who knows?
Maybe he'll message us in like 3 to 4 hours and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so
Uh,
sorry." But yes, I
things
hope you
happen.
guys join us. Yay! Added to the Romcom Swoonathon TBR. So did I. Um, I'm using it for pink on the cover. I do believe. Yes, I have what I chose for each of the prompts because I just
And
filmed
then I'm
yesterday.
just over here like I'm not participating in any readathons this year really because can't commit to a TBR for
I
to
don't
save my
mind
life.
participating. I'm already hosting one in August, and I feel like that one's going to be a lot. Because if we do
I'm
what we
like
want to do,
I love the idea of it what you from what you've told me. So I'm like I might try to like if my reading's better by then, but I make no
I
promises.
mean, our August book got chosen by people, so I get to change
Yeah.
up the idea. We're no longer doing the labyrinth idea because a different book got chosen.
Mm.
Heavenly Bodies got chosen.
Hmm.
So I got to figure out how to incorporate celestial mythology. Um, but I
Yeah.
hope you guys join us for Where There's Smoke, and we will be joined by Nikki. I do believe her Instagram handle is Nikki's Bookish Coven because she no longer has a channel.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
That feels right. We're just going to say that's what it is right now, and we'll have her all linked in all the videos for next month. But it's going to be so much fun. I need a firefighter romance, especially a sapphic
I
one.
I've never read I don't think I've ever read a firefighter romance. I don't think I have.
I will say my very first romance I ever read when I was 13 was Blue Smoke by Nora Roberts, which is a firefighter romance.
I'm now just like thinking, so
For me, cute, I used Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. because I'm buddy reading that with Karina.
Hmm.
But that is all we've got for you guys today. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe. And until next time, embrace your inner rainbow. Take care of your mental health. Hydrate or mummify, as they say. And until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulously gay day, month, year, whatever it is. I hope it's fabulously gay. Bye. In the broadcast, broad.